Okay. All right. Okay. I did promise to tell this story about Lollapalooza, um, the first Lollapalooza that was done by Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction. And they headlined that year right before breaking up. Right? They broke up as a band after doing this tour. But one of their first appearances was at Irvine Meadows Amphitheater, which is very close to me, right? They had 3 nights, and I had tickets, I think, for the second night. We had, I think, sixth row or third row, or it was very close to the stage. So I got a lot of stories around this. But this was also around the same time that I had a friend who was getting me to sneak backstage. That was my first experience with it. So let's go through this for a second. Body Count was on the list of, because, and they've done this ever since. Like all of the major shows around this area where they do multiple bands have always had at least one rap act or a black act, um, to create some level of balance, I guess, like the token. I don't know. But anyway, let's go through it.
All rise for the Dutch national anthem.
So you can see, oh, I guess I'm supposed to watch Locale Pit right now, which I will, because I support you, Mama. That's cool. I'll go, I'll get into that in a minute. But basically, they were kind of a punk band, right? They weren't like doing a rap act or anything like that. They were pretty much a punk band. But this particular song was highly controversial because it's called Cop Killer. And I'm sure if you have been following Ice-T for any length of time, you know that he then transitioned into an actor, and he's been doing, uh, I don't know, like some cop shows or something. Like it's the irony, the irony of it all. Okay, let's go.
Black love song, ski mask on, should have been too long. 28 sauna, headlight turned on. I'm about to bust some shots on. I'm about to dust some cops on. Got to love, where you can be. Got to love, fuck police brutality. Got to love, I know your mama screaming. But tonight we get even. Got my brain on hype.
You know, the funny thing is, like, all of the generations after us think that they're so hardcore. You guys think you're so hardcore. I mean, like, for real.
Tonight will be your night. Long ass night. Your neck looks just right. Trembling bumping. Stereo bumping. I'm about to kill me something. I'm being stop me for nothing. Got to love. Better you than me.
Mama, you got a shout out. All right. All right. So, I'm going to wrap it up here because I don't want to get like copyright strikes and shit. Right. So, let me give you the story behind this. Basically, we were able to sneak backstage. We also went to the party where they were staying. I think it was somewhere in Irvine. They always do either the Hyatt or the Hilton or whatever. Like they're always putting the bands in one location. And my friend and I, who snuck into the concert, we had tickets on one of the days, and what we did was we covered our thumb over the date of our tickets to get back in, right? Um, it's so hilarious. Um, we were able to sneak backstage, and we met like a lot of people. Like I smoked weed with Perry Farrell. I was let in by a dude from Susie and the Banshees band. But I also met Moose Man at the hotel. And he invited me to come to the Lollapalooza they were going to do in Northern California. So I actually drove my ass up there. I can't even. I nearly crashed on the way back because I took a friend with me who wanted to be dropped off at this location where he was going to start residing with somebody up in the Bay Area. And but he went to the concert with me. We were allowed in, like Moose got us in. Ice T, when he got off the bus, he just like shook his head at me like, oh my god, I can't even, right? um we were let in, but we weren't given any seats or tickets, so we didn't stay very long because like what the fuck do you do with that, right? um and my entire journey back home, I was like 16 when this happened. 16, 17 years old when I did this. And I was driving like a little pickup truck that was totally battered up. It was like a Datsun from the 70s. It was such a trash vehicle. And I fell asleep at some point behind the wheel and kind of like drifted off into the emergency lane. I woke up. Fortunately, I didn't hurt anybody. Fortunately, I didn't hurt myself. And I did not crash into anything. But it was scary as fuck. Oh my god. So I pulled off the road immediately. I went to a Denny's. I had something to eat. And then I decided to sleep in my car. I'm just going to sleep in my car and try and figure this out, right? There was also a point on the road where I guess the police were maybe looking for people who were speeding, and they were shining a light, like a spotlight down on the road, and I was so tired. I was so out of it at this point that I thought it was a spaceship. I was like really, and trust me, I was not on alcohol or drugs at whatsoever while I was going through this experience. It was just like the fact that I didn't have enough sleep. Like I had not slept since Friday, and now we're talking like Sunday morning, right? Um, I did make it home, and I actually did. I was told that if I didn't make it to my shift on Sunday night at the Edwards Cinema I worked at, um, that I would lose my job. It was like a $4.25 an hour job. I made it. I made it. I was really fucked up by the time I got back to do my shift, but oh my god, I made it. Yes, I made it.